think this is another movie. I think it's going. This is another pile of Cadillac wood. I have two down here. This is like 0.8 tenths of a cord. This is the sun side. Now you can see this is checking out pretty good. This is also cut on the 10th of October. And then I have more over here. They're 2 rows thick with a little bit of airspace in between them. I don't know the exact dimensions. I mean, I have it in the house. No bark, very little sapwood. It's great because bugs just don't get in it at all. When you're taking it in the house, you know, it's just nice to have no bark. It seems to dry a lot faster without the bark. The bark kind of acts like a water barrier that water can't go in or go out. So if you know, I don't know, if it just dries faster that way. We'll go over and look at some other piles of wood. There's a bucket. I usually put my rounds in the bucket and set them on a table. I'll show you a table in a minute before I split them. Just kind of a quick look around at mess. Irrigation pump. Those are a bunch of old sawmill trackways. If you know my channel, don't know whether you would or wouldn't, but it's frickin' cheap. And there's 2 things I mess with. One are Frick sawmills. This is a Frick sawmill in here that I've been working on for close to 10 years now. Haven't done much on it. I wanted to have the building over it this year, but the weather was so bad that you can't do anything. You can see the mud down here. You just step and it's just frozen. So you can do a little bit today, but it's so muddy down here you can't do anything. Haven't been able. It's just anybody that works, you know, you can work in frozen, but you can't work in mud. That's the sawmill. Here's what I put most of my wood in is racks. This rack here holds about a half a cord, and it's labeled so I know when I labeled it, and then I write in a book when it was cut and when it was split and the quality of the wood is. And those work out real good. What I do is I split the wood, and then it goes right into a crate like that, so I don't have to pick it up again. If I cut the rounds, I cut them in that green bucket over there and pick them up, and I can hold probably a 1/5 of a cord in that green bucket. It's a big lightweight snow bucket. And then I bring them over here. You can hear there's mud. It's just so muddy here. I haven't moved any equipment around here in probably 2 weeks. This is slippery. Anyhow, I have, I guess, 3 splitters down here. There's working on the sawmill. I wanted to have the roof on it, but it was just too much rain. It just never was non-stop. But what I do is I cut the rounds and put them in, go out in the woods and get them in the bucket if I can't pull the whole log out. Set the whole bucket up on there, and then just use a pickaroon to pull it right on. It goes in the splitter. Then it goes into either one of these totes crates, which they don't work too bad. I'm getting, I think I got 10 of them. There's another wood splitter over there that we made. Here's some more Cadillac wood that goes to the Cadillac wood pile. There's big rounds. Those were, I don't know, probably 3 foot in diameter. Some of them 2 foot to 3 foot in diameter. We split them with a bobcat splitter to get them down. There's another stack of logs over there. Some of those would be saw logs. But this is the way I've been keeping the wood this year. This is just all firewood. You can see straight through it, so the moisture doesn't build up too much in it. Each one of these has got numbers on them, so I know when it was split, what kind of wood it is, that kind of stuff. It's kind of a tunnel. This is airy through there, so the air can go through there. This had been, they were standing up on those 2 little legs, and then the wind just blew it all over. The wind's been pretty ferocious. Here's an elevator. I got it a couple years ago to do wood. Here's what I think about an elevator. They're great. They get the wood away from the wood splitter in a fast time, but then when it's on the ground, you got to pick it up again. And that's what I'm trying to do, is eliminate the picking up. So for the last few years, I just take it off the wood splitter and it goes right into a box. And then from the box, I pick it up and take it to the wood boiler. A couple logs, let's just kind of walk around here. A couple logs. These are, actually they're oak. This one, let's see, this one's oak. This one's oak. I guess they're all oak. This one back here is a cherry, but it's not very good. This is cherry. This is cherry. You know, I could get a few pieces out on the sawmill if I wanted to. It's neither here nor there. That would be, you know, the people have, some sawmills would like that one. That's probably about 20 inches in diameter. You know, here's an idea to how big this thing is. This one here is a cherry. That's nice, but it's full of metal, so it's going to go be firewood. But that gives you the idea of about how big it is. Just kind of a look around. Anyhow, I'm gonna go show you another wood. I'm gonna turn this one off and try to do another video of some more wood up by the boiler.